Story time. I cannot make this shit up. Okay. So the other day there was an incident that I will not get into details about that happened with one of my children, and it's one of those like shake your head and you're like, oh, I did not know that parenting would bring this. Well, that reminded me of all of the other times things like that happen. And there's a comment that I had a friend say once that it just, after he said it, I just thought, man, he's right. So let me back up. So I have 4 kids and I'm a widow, and I feel like just we have to live life with humor. So I feel like constantly shit happens and it's like you have to just shake your head and laugh, because you're like, I mean, kids do the damnedest things anyway, right? But for some reason, I feel like there's just so many things that happen around my house with my children, and I gave up being like overly whatever. I don't know. Shit just happens, right? So head back for, I don't know how many years ago this was. It was probably the year after my husband died. It was summertime. So we're guessing like 7 years ago. And this really good friend of mine, he came over with his family, and we live in a touristy spot, and they came to visit, and it was summer, and they were coming for a day or two, whatever. And so throughout the time that we were hanging out, there were so many times that my friend would just like, I'd look over and he would just be going, like, he did, because there were times he just was like, I don't even know what to say to that. And of course I'm all like, welcome to my world. So this one morning we decided, it was kind of cloudy, but we were like, oh, let's go down to the pond. We'll take the kids down to the pond. They're kind of stir crazy. We had gotten bagels in the morning, and so I was like, oh, we'll grab snacks, whatever. I'll grab the bagels. So we bring all the kids down, and we set our chairs up, and we're sitting at the pond, and the pond is like super low. And the kids were little, so they could go and, they could go and sit in the pond and not be over their heads. So we didn't have to worry too much about chasing them around. So we're sitting there, and one of my daughters came up to me, and she's like, Mom, can I have an onion bagel? Like, that's what she liked, even though she was little. She probably, like, back then, maybe she was like 8, I want to say. Yeah, she's probably about 8 years old. And so I give her an onion bagel, and it was just like, we didn't slice them, whatever. They were just chewing on these bagels. And she walks away. So I'm sitting there, and I'm talking to my friend. He and I are chatting. And he stops, and he's looking up, and he's looking at the pond. So he's looking at the pond, and he like taps me, and he's like, Kelly, points. Well, here's my daughter with her onion bagel, sitting in the pond, dipping the onion bagel in the pond water and going, just sitting there, happy to be there, dipping the onion bagel in the pond and eating it right up. And at that moment, he turned to me and he said, being at your house and around your family is always like I am in an Adam Sandler movie. And so there are so many times that I've thought of that since then, and so many incidences, and I'm like, he's kind of right. Like, maybe there's a reason that I love watching Adam Sandler comedy, because it is so flipping, like, absurd, some of the stuff that happens, that it just makes me like die laughing, because I feel like it's my life. So anyway, this should get to Adam Sandler. Like, we should collab. Like, I wrote a book. Whatever. Hey, it's a good book, but I think that I think I'm kind of funny, but I think what makes me funny is my life and my outlook on my life, because with all the things that have happened, I still find time to laugh. And I try to laugh at myself, and I try to laugh, well, I laugh at other people all the time, especially my children, because if I don't, I might kill them. But just like, my gosh, the shit that's happened, you know, with dating and the kids and being a single mom, and just, oh, I'm telling you, these kids are crazy. I love them. I love every inch of them. But they're crazy. And they do crazy shit all the time. From the time they were little. And it keeps going. So, anyway. If anyone out there is like BFFs with Adam Sandler, you know, I'm in Massachusetts, so like, we're New England peeps. Yeah. I think it'd be a pretty funny movie. And just, you know, like, if it ever happens, I totally think that Mila Kunis should play me. Just saying. I do love her, though. Anyway, have a great day. Find joy today. Laugh today. And, I mean, I don't think that onion bagels taste good in pond water, personally. But if you want to go ahead and try it, like, my 8-year-old daughter loved it. Have a great day.